In the interests of manpower, Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has had to widen their net and take on a number of unusual characters. This has led to many personality clashes in the past, but if one thing unites them all, it is their absolute obedience to Captain Chevreuse's command. After all, any would-be troublemakers would probably have to out-train her first.
A little extra training never hurts.
The Special Patrol is tasked with taking on the most dangerous cases and taking down the worst offenders. Their captain, Chevreuse, combines the power of her Pyro vision with her skilled marksmanship to great effect as she works with her team to uphold justice. Seizing the initiative is key in a crisis. When Chevreuse is in the party, she reduces sprinting stamina consumption for your own party members, making exploration faster. Chevreuse's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Using her charged attack, Chevreuse consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies along the way. When her elemental skill is tapped, Chevreuse quickly draws her musket and fires at the enemy, dealing AoE pyro damage. Hold her elemental skill to enter aiming mode, locking onto a target in her sights to fire a more precise shot. For a certain duration after Chevreuse discharges her elemental skill, she will continuously restore HP to the active character. The amount of HP restored is based on her max HP. Whenever a nearby party member triggers an overloaded reaction, Chevreuse gains an overcharged ball. She can keep only 1 overcharged ball in her possession at any one time. And if she has one when her skill is held and released, the overcharged ball is fired instead, dealing greater pyro damage over a larger area. At specific intervals, when Chevreuse's elemental skill strikes an enemy, a surging blade is summoned, which deals Usia-aligned pyro damage. After unlocking the talent Vertical Force Coordination, for a certain period after Chevreuse fires an overcharged ball with her elemental skill, all nearby Pyro and Electro party members gain a percentage attack bonus based on Chevreuse's max HP. The bonus that can be gained this way has a limit. When individuals with complementary skill sets are brought together, the whole team is stronger. After unlocking the talent Vanguard's Coordinated Tactics, when the party is composed entirely of both Pyro and Electro members, Chevreuse grants Coordinated Tactics to all nearby party members. After a character triggers the Overloaded reaction, Coordinated Tactics decreases both the Pyro and Electro resistance of enemies affected by the Overloaded reaction.
Hands where I can see them!
Unleashing her elemental burst, Chevreuse fires an explosive grenade from her musket, dealing AoE pyro damage. After the explosive grenade hits, it splits into several secondary explosive shells. These shells will explode after a short duration, dealing pyro damage to nearby enemies. The musket is Chevreuse's weapon of choice. Once she's got you in her iron sights, you'd better be ready for a firefight. In battle, Chevreuse primarily uses her elemental skill to support her teammates, not only from the firepower, but also by healing the active character after discharging her weapon. When she is in a party that meets the requirements, her passive talent reduces enemy resistance to Pyro and Electro, after a party member triggers an overloaded reaction against them. Furthermore, firing overcharged balls can increase her comrade's attack, bolstering the team's effectiveness. When energy is full, Chevreuse unleashes her elemental burst, firing an explosive grenade with secondary explosive shells to deal AoE pyro damage, paving the way for the team to move in and apprehend the suspects. In Fontaine, there is one law for all, but people's own conceptions of justice can differ quite drastically, depending on their individual life experiences. This can be a source of tension, so Chevreuse does not impose her own private notions of justice onto other people. And yet, she reserves the right to judge portrayals of justice elsewhere. If you're curious to know more, try buying her some deep-fried snacks and get her talking about popular novels and shows. I think you'll find what she has to say less intimidating than her stern gaze might suggest.